What's up, fellas? Are you guys sobered up, or what's going on?
Well, first of all, I think the reason I missed last episode because I was still drunk.
Yeah, man. The Cheers with Beer mug was a success. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Yeah. But how you guys doing?
Well, I didn't like that you named the episode "Beer Mug Hates You," though. Episode 27.
Well,
is it not true?
Come on.
It's not. Once again, guys, you make it seem like I am not grateful for the Jankstas and all of our listeners. I love them so much. You know, I have to.
You have a weird way of showing it by not showing up.
Look. Something happened, and it was not intentional. And if I could have gone back in time with Doc Brown, I would have changed it, and I would have been there. So
we're just having fun, Mugs. That just came to me. You know how I label things, and I was
That's
like,
funny,
Beer
though.
Mug's gonna hate this. So I was like, oh man,
you must have everyone's week.
It's good.
Mine was so just chill. I mean, my work, 16
chill.
stations.
Drink.
Yeah.
Are we still doing that?
Yeah, no, my weekend was super chill. My week has been busy because the stupid Monday off. You know, people say, yeah, Monday off. All right, 4-day work week. But for people like me, I have to make up all that work, you know?
Yeah.
So, you know.
You can't get ahead of it
but
like
it's
before
fine. Man, there's just an endless revolving door of shit being thrown at me constantly, Dave. So I try to get ahead of it, but it's hard. It's hard in my position.
Omar's like a doctor on call, Dave. Literally, he'll be making dinner for his family and then get 10 texts in a row. Uh-oh. Dallas is frozen. We need you to make some liners.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you. I started writing the production pieces, and Trevor produces them. I'm going to start pretty soon. Start producing all the national stuff too, as well as writing. And there was a piece I wrote which I thought was very funny. And I guess listeners didn't think it was funny, and we started getting complaints. Yeah.
Shut up.
Oh, what was it?
In what market?
As far as I know, the only complaints that were coming in was in San Francisco, and it was some sort of
tight up there.
It was some sort of thing, and you know, you guys can make the judgment call. I don't remember verbatim what I wrote, but it was something like, hey, it's 2-minute promise time. It's faster than getting a COVID test, unless you're in China, because they have the anal swabs out there. Ouch, that looks like it hurts. That was it. And I guess people heard anal and they got offended. So
there's nothing wrong.
Yeah, I don't think there was anything wrong with that. So it's funny you mentioned that, Muggs, because complaints started rolling in, I think, Saturday morning. And then the program director contacts Trevor. Trevor contacts me. He's like, hey, dude, could you switch out this production piece over 16 stations? I'm like, yeah, I'll take care of it. I was watching a movie. I was like, yeah, I'll take care of it. So Saturday around 6, I had to, knock out about, 30 minutes worth of work. Yeah, Muggs is right. In this new era of radio, I'm pretty much at their beck and call, which...
Yeah.
Hey man, I'm glad I have a gig, and maybe this is just the future of radio, what I'm witnessing, right? So, it's all good. But how about you guys?
Well, until the robots take over, Omar, because they could really be on call 24/7.
You're totally right.
Well, pretty soon, guys, we won't have to worry about any of this because we'll be living in our new planet of Mars.
Oh.
You guys see this shit, man?
Yeah, I saw some pictures that they sent back today.
I saw some weird thing, and it looked all animated. It didn't look real.
Well, that was what you were looking at was animated, but then they
it was animated. Okay, I'm like, can't NASA get a better picture? This doesn't look real.
You were probably looking at, but they actually used the camera from the rover Perseverance. I can't say that word. It's very hard. That landed today. It landed today on Mars and actually took photos from fucking Mars and sent it back.
Oh, really?
So now,
so let me hold on. Let me stop you this. Were the pictures, did they resemble red dirt?
Somewhat. No,
okay.
Black and white.
It's black and white. It wasn't even in color. Get your shit together, NASA.
It's a shitty camera. They haven't used the real cameras yet. They're just using the one that guides it. So this is insane, man. Like, when do you think it launched? that it just arrived today.
So the moon, to get to the moon is what? How long does it take to get to the moon? A week?
20 hours. I don't know.
Oh, is it 20 hours?
I mean, in a Sebring, I could get there in 15 hours. So,
Sebring. Oh man. Oh, Mars.
I'm gonna go ahead.
Go
Omar.
ahead. I'm gonna guess 2 years. I don't know. I'm just pulling that out of my ass.
That's a good guess. That's a good guess.
Okay.
Mugs.
I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna go 5 years.
Well, it was actually only 7 months in July. But it was
were
set
our
in
guesses
July.
good?
So
They were way off.
So
We were the worst guessers ever.
27 years. They launched it in 1969, and it just got there.
But isn't this insane how they sent a fucking rover into space 7 months ago, and it finally landed? And that fact that it actually did land.
Is it impressive?
Dude,
this is what they do, right? These are smart people doing smart things. What's so impressive about it? This is what they get paid, and they raise bajillion of dollars to do this stuff.
What do you guys think? They're rocket scientists?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
they actually
exactly
are.
my point. You know,
I think I'm with Omar, Dave, because like they do this like 20 years ago, and they had better pictures. Like they had more high def. In like Omar said, it was red with red rocks, and it looked red. It looked like the red planet. Didn't they already do this already like a while ago?
Look, this is the fifth or sixth one or seventh one. I don't know which.
So what's
how
so
many.
crazy about it?
But Mugs. This time they're testing to see if we could live on it. So they're gonna collect all this shit. They're gonna scan the underneath, what's underneath the crust, as they say.
Right.
Is, you know,
right? Are they gonna send it back to us?
It's coming back, dude.
Oh, okay, and that's never happened.
No. So
that's
now,
kind of cool.
So
That's
now
kinda
they're
cool.
gonna see if we could live there, and then think about it's 7 month trip, dude. That's a party. Think about a party bus. 7 months.
Oh my God! A party shuttle. A party space shuttle. Oh, that would be
Party
amazing.
Rover.
I'm DJing that party, okay? And by the
Hell
way,
yeah.
what if Mars becomes the new Texas? Like everybody goes to Mars, they have like big mansions, and it's just that they cost like 50 G's, and it's a really affordable living. But the only downside is that you have to garden using your own feces. So everything you eat, like
like
Martian.
the Matt Damon movie.
Yeah,
The Martian?
exactly. Yeah. So that's the only. You gotta eat your own poop. That's the only caveat. Hey, I'm down with that. If I get to live in a mansion, I have to move to Mars. As long as they have decent schools and decent activities and bars and shows, like the Killers fly out there, you know, every once in a while. You got Arcade Fire performing there, you know, once a year, and the shows are like life is similar to what it is down here. I'm all for it.
So honestly though, like think about it. Would you, if they said, all right, here's an opportunity for you to go to Mars and start building it, like building society, would you go?
Oh man, yeah. If my in-laws pass and there's nobody like really keeping me around, you know, family-wise, I would seriously consider it. If you always hear those stories, like if you live in space, your life expectancy is lowered. So I would have to take that into consideration. Like, I don't want to go to Mars if it's shaving...
To die.
Yeah, it's shaving 10 years off my life. However, if Mars, you're like, you know, maybe you gain 20 years, that would be cool.
Oh.
Gain 20 years, and the atmosphere gives you like a permanent erection.
Hey, whatever floats your boat.
Janky Town, hit the ground. We can get the janky poppin', that's a sound. We make your frown, go upside down. It's getting janky, we the greatest pound for pound. What up, Muggs? What up, Dave? What up, O? What up, James? What up, Muggs? What up, Dave? What up, O? What up, James? It's getting janky, it's getting janky, it's getting janky. I love it when we jank around. It's getting janky, it's getting janky, it's getting janky. I love it when we jank around. Janky Town.
That's right. This is Janky Town, episode number 28. Thank you so much for listening. As always, you could contact us via email, jankytown69@gmail.com, and the jank line, is open right now. Operators are standing by 24/7. 855-JANKY69 is the telephone number. And man, oh man, I must be still hungover from Friday. Dude, that party was so awesome.
Did you guys see my Instagram story after that ended?
I did see this.
Cheese?
Yeah, you were in like a black light, and there was cheese dust all over you.
Okay, so I did the black light thing to be like, I get to, I'm hammered now, and I don't have to Uber anywhere. And then like 20 minutes later, cut to me slovenly grabbing shredded Mexican cheese out of a bag, shoving it in my face, and my complexion looks like that of a 70-year-old alcoholic, just red,
God.
just beet red, a bulbous nose. Looked like I'd been out in the sun all day, but I hadn't. Wow, I never turned
it gave me
that red from drinking.
It gave me such Hasselhoff vibes watching you eat
yeah,
cheese.
that's what it was. That's how I was
awesome.
feeling, Dave.
Love that.
That's really
I was waiting for your kid to come in and go, "Daddy, are you okay? Do you want a cheeseburger?"
And that's the thing too. Like I think I get drunker when I'm drinking by myself at home than I do out in a social setting. You know, because
totally.
You're out in a social setting, your adrenaline's kind of keeping you balanced.
Absolutely.
Because there's other people around, and you're just you're going and you're being social. Whereas at home, you're like, literally the Zoom ended. I was like, and it was quiet. And I'm like, okay, now I'm hammered and there's no one around. And what do I do? It's like
it was the opposite for me, Muggs. I was on like pins and needles. All right, don't wake her up. Don't wake her up.
Well, yeah. I mean,
try not to wake up my girlfriend. Like,
after
yelled at me once.
Oh man,
after you were destroying furniture, you know.
Yeah. So we have a couple of things lined up this episode, but we do want to highlight a couple of the clips here from the Zoom party that we had, the Cheers with Beer Mug that was on Friday night, and we're also going to tack on at the end of this episode about 45 minutes of content that I think is definitely worth a listen, including my story of almost getting into gangs. And I decided to tell it there because I didn't think it was worth a proper Jankytown story. But
I remember that.
We also we also talked to a guy who didn't shower for 2 weeks, so that was cool. And the reason we all got really hammered is because Dave decided to make a drinking game out of certain things, so we covered that. Oh. And it was awesome. Beer Mug got booed when he showed up a half hour late.
Yeah,
so
I got booed.
There's that. But there's a couple.
I got booed, and some guy just randomly just yelled at me.
Oh, I have audio of that because that was definitely a highlight.
Did he call you? Is that the guy who called you Louis C.K.?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. It could have been.
Yeah.
Because when I was called Louis C.K., that's right when I jumped in. So I don't know.
Yeah, but here's a couple of really quick clips. This one is a frequent contributor and listener, Kaylee, was brought up to speak, and she totally just...
Was that her name?
I think it's Kylie.
I think
highway.
I kept calling her Kelly, so her name is too hard to pronounce. So I'm just going to go with Kelly. I can never get it right. Here is her being brought up in the spotlight on Zoom, and this is how things unfolded there.
No, I did have a question. Fuck, I can't remember.
You're high.
She is so stoned. She is so stoned.
It's funny.
No, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay,
Kylie,
damn,
go ahead.
I had a good one. Fuck, I don't know. Never mind.
All right, we'll get back to you,
classic stoner. Yeah, if you remember, text Mugs.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Mugs, didn't she text you? Like, she didn't write anything in the group chat. She texted you and said, "I want to ask something," right?
Something like that. She did text me to get my ass on Zoom because I wasn't there
that's
yet.
what it was. Okay.
Yeah.
So that was hilarious.
That was
by the way, her question not as just as good as Muggs' question. So for the whole night. So
listen, calm down. Okay, you know what? You guys got me down on myself again because it was fine. Thank you, Omar. Dave, dude. Dave was the guy going after me.
Dave was negative all night to everybody.
He's like, "What these questions? Oh my god!"
He's like, nobody wants to hear that story.
It
Next.
wasn't just me.
Oh, first of all, you made me go down on you made me go down on myself.
Whoa! I didn't make you do any of that, buddy.
Are you that flexible?
Listen. Yeah.
No, you made me feel bad about myself afterwards. That's why I made that black and white Instagram story video. But we would have, if my questions were that bad, we would have never found out that guy didn't shower for 2 weeks during
That is
quarantine.
true.
That is true. That was a great
Back
story.
off!
Yeah, for sure. Oh, and also, we're going to put the Zoom video on the YouTubes, and you will see me just down a big black microphone. I almost deep-throated it. So that's something to look forward to. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, go ahead and search Jankytown, subscribe, and you will see that great video, or maybe not great. Maybe it's disgusting to you. I'm not sure. You be the judge. You be the judge. And here's that clip of that guy for no reason just yelling at Muggs and calling him like a. Well, here, listen.
I was a little late because I was also in a COVID vlog.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone's a drink. Drink.
Yeah.
Okay, fucking run down Louis C.K., dude. What the fuck is wrong with you, bro?
Wait, who's a rundown Louis C.K.?
You.
Oh, we have fighting already? Damn.
Somebody's wasted. Who is that?
40
Who is that?
minutes in.
AJ.
All right, let's get through this game.
right.
We're gonna drink every time Mug says outrageous, and we're
Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're just running down the rules of the
Unreal.
drinking game, and that guy just
And that
comes at
dude
you so
came at him.
hard.
And I didn't know.
insane.
The worst, I didn't know who, like, because there's like 50 people on there. I'm like, well, who the hell is it? I can't see. Yeah, it was very shocking.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I was caught off guard.
Yeah, and the last clip I'm gonna play here is Dave just being Dave.
What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. Okay, let me play that again for you real quick. That is Dave's girlfriend, Krista, yelling, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like, not in a joking manner, not lovingly. Like, she is 1,000% pissed off. Listen again.
What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing, man? Somebody
What
got
are you
very
doing?
angry.
I got it.
Oh, that's Krista.
Oh,
Nice,
That's
Dave's getting
Dave's
yelled
lady.
at, buddy.
What
Dave's getting
happened?
yelled
Oh,
at.
Dave's getting put in check.
We're witnessing
Wow,
domestic
Dave,
violence, which
what's
is not
happening,
great.
Dave?
But it's funny when it's against Dave.
Dave, are you in trouble?
yeah, I kind of spilled. So
Oh, no! He's at his lady's workstation. That's where he's at right now. He's at
And
his
by the
lady's
sound
workstation.
of Krista and that
Oh
tone
my
of the "What the fuck are
God.
you doing?"
Oh,
Dave
so
scrolled
good
on
with the
something
neck beard.
really meaningful or really expensive. One of the two.
Wow.
Right now, when Dave was getting yelled at, I had PTSD of Dave yelling at me at the radio station.
hey, what happened? Was my mic on?
Yeah, that was great, Dave. So what'd you spill on, buddy? What was it?
The stupid Topo Chico. I'll just open it.
Oh, Dave getting
Oh,
fancy
man.
with his sparkling
So that was
water.
like $10 you just spilled right there out of the bottle, right?
Yeah.
I love at the end. Yeah. So Dave, was there any backlash or anything happen afterwards?
Nah, she was just cranky
was
because she
fine?
was asleep and she woke up and
Oh,
and,
no.
that's why I was like, I'm trying not to make noise, and then I kicked. See, what happened was I kicked over my bottle of Grey Goose first, and then she came out to get something, and then I opened up a new Topo Chico, and it it's carbonated, so it just like going everywhere. And I was like,
my
oh shit.
God, dude.
But nothing got ruined. Nothing got. She was just,
Yeah, dude, that was so funny. What the fuck are you doing? I was like, oh
and it's
no.
funny because everybody was like, "Ooh, Dave's getting yelled at. Dave's getting
Yeah.
shh." You guys are
That's so
dicks.
funny, yeah. So, man, it was so fun. For those of you that couldn't join us, hopefully you'll join us for the next one. I don't know when that will be. It's definitely a lot of work to, behind the scenes to put that on and kind of schedule it. But we definitely, guys, we want to do another one, right? Maybe not
yeah.
a cheers, but maybe just a
I-
hang or something like that, yeah.
I think the next one will be like, we'll do like Omaroki.
Oh, that's fun.
Kazoo and You Orchestra de la Janky or
Okay.
something, just for fun and give out nothing.
Yeah, so we were talking when we were prepping for this show, this podcast, and Beer Mug kind of brought up this disturbing situation that's happening with the crew of the Jackass guys, right? Mugs,
Yeah, dude.
kind of fill us in what's happening right now.
Well, according to Harvey Levin and TMZ, Bam has been kicked off the Jackass 4 production, and I guess apparently they started filming it at the beginning of last year, 2020, and then was shut down because of the pandemic.
Yeah, Stryker Klein had Steve-O on about a month whenever he pulled his billboard stunt. We talked to him, and he said that literally the day everything went on lockdown was their first day of shooting, and they were only shooting for one day before they had to kind of like shut everything down.
So apparently they picked up production again, and things did not go well with Bam Margera, and he took to his social media, his Instagram, and he was just ripping Johnny Knoxville, Jeff Tremaine, and Spike Jonze, the directors.
Wow.
Saying that how he backstabbed, he was going after Paramount. Apparently, according to Bam, that they wanted him to take his antidepressants. He had to check in every day because apparently, I mean, I don't know if for those of you who remember Bam, I mean, he was to see him how he looked when he in the Jackass Viva La Bam days, and to see him now, so he did not age well. I mean,
no,
he looks.
In preparation for this interview, Muggs, I saw that video, and you did it justice, kind of explaining how he looked, but it's still shocking to see. I was prepared for it. The guy is in his 40s. He looks like he's in his late 60s.
Yeah, he looks older than his dad.
It's crazy, man.
Phil.
He's in bad shape, and you could tell he's on something. And in the video, he like dry heaves during the one portion of it. It's pretty bananas. And he has a history of abuse and going into rehab. He was even on Dr. Phil. He was reaching out. So this kind of screams to me that he's crying out for help, but doesn't know or maybe doesn't want help. I'm not sure. What about Dr. Drew? Do you think Dr. Drew would be a good guy to talk to about this?
Look, guys, if he's good enough to bring the Jersey Shore cast together, I think he's good enough to speak with us.
Let's
give him a call.
Yeah, let's give Dr. Drew a call and see if he has any kind of insight on this. Because I have one kind of really... I want to ask him what people should do from afar.
Yeah. How do you help these people?
I'm sorry I'm not available right now. I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can.
At the tone.
Come on, Drew. Should have called him again.
There was our interview with Dr. Drew. But do you want to play a little bit of the audio for those who haven't heard it or seen it of Bam kind of just in his rant?
No, for sure. I just want to get a gauge on the whereabouts of Mr. Drew Pinsky if we only have a limited time with him.
Okay.
So.
Well, we already know he's not going to talk. He doesn't want to talk to us.
No, I'm sure he probably didn't recognize the number, so decided not. I mean, what do you do when somebody calls you and you don't recognize the number? You don't pick up that shit. You're like, hell no.
Or it's COVID fog.
Or it's COVID fog.
Drink.
Is that going to be like the ongoing thing now?
Town? Yep.
Man, dude, that was so much fun. I had so much fun there. Any response from Mr. Drew Pinsky? We could just roll on with the audio if he's unable. I just wanted to talk to a professional because I didn't want to sound like some sort of yahoo that doesn't know, because I don't know. All I do is peer in through. What am I trying to say here? I'm just a spectator looking in, and Dr. Drew is a guy who's been there and has more perspective and is a professional, and he's able to speak on these matters. Because I don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't know. Give him another ring. He hasn't texted me back, but let's try it again.
Okay. And Dr. Drew's a medicine addiction specialist. Is that what he is?
Board certified.
Okay. Well, this guy definitely has been around the block.
I'm sorry I'm not available right now. I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly.
But I guess he doesn't want to be around any of Janky Town's blocks.
All right, I'm gonna go get my I'm gonna get my white lab coat and I'm gonna put it on, and then I'm gonna pretend that I am a doctor.
You know what?
Okay, Dr. Mugg.
Dr. Muggs is in the house. Okay, so you know what? I feel more confident because we at least attempted to talk to a professional. And listen, Janky Town, we don't know what's happening with Bam, but we do want to play you this audio. Definitely, in my opinion, and these are all our opinions. Nothing, we don't want to be like, oh, you guys are fucked up and all this, but I have some feelings about this, and, hopefully we could, I don't know, inspire somebody to do something differently in their lives. Because the one thing that really tripped me out, Muggs, and tell me if you had the same reaction, was the people on social media that were kind of egging him on, and not only egging him on, but also the other people that were just like, here we go, and kind of like rubbing their hands together and like, oh, it's showtime. Like, wow, what kind of human being are you?
Yeah, it was very disconcerting. Like, well, I mean, look, the behavior that is being displayed by Bam is not really conducive to not like egg people on, because he is taking to his social media and pretty much saying boycott Jackass.
He wants that, right? Yeah.
He wants that drama. He wants the beef. So he's getting a lot of, Bam, you've lost it. Bam, lay off the sauce. Bam, what are you doing?
Right.
A lot.
Yeah.
And it's, it sucks because you want people to go and help, the guy, but at the same time, you can't help someone that doesn't want to help themselves,
No, I agree.
Which is crazy. Because like his friend Brandon Novak, who was at one time going to be as like good of a skateboarder as Bam was going to,
right?
He was a recovering heroin addict.
Oh my god!
And he is like all of a sudden he's done a 180, and he's like a self-help guy now. So it's like it's that guy. If anything, I mean Brandon Novak would know the best how to help his. It's his like best friend Bam Margera.
For sure. Okay, we got the all clear. I think Dr. Drew will pick up this time.
Nice. So this time we got him.
And then, we'll talk to Drew a little bit about, what his thoughts are, and then we'll play some of the audio.
Guys, I was using big words, guys.
You were.
Did you notice that?
Very smart. Well, it was the white lab coat.
I didn't even need it.
Dr. Drew?
Gentlemen?
How are you, man?
Dr. Drew.
It is really good to hear your guys' voice. It really is.
Hey, Drew, you're on with Janky Town, man. What are you doing? Why are you on with us, dude? Come on.
Hey, I love that
Good
reaction.
answer.
Best reaction.
I love that reaction.
For.
Dr. Drew, you've spoken a lot about, your long haulers kind of from COVID and your COVID fog. How is that going, man?
It's been better. Today I'm having kind of a bad day. And when radio professionals, when I hear three voices simultaneously, it can overwhelm me a bit.
Oh, my God. Yeah, Beer Mug is, he had the COVID and he's suffering from the exact same thing. And I always call BS on it. But now that I heard it from you, I can't call BS on it anymore because you're somebody that's very dependable and actually smart. So I believe that it's a real thing when it's coming from you.
How long has he been sick?
Well, I got it early November, right around Thanksgiving. And then I pretty much I felt foggy for like the 3 months after, and now I'm okay. Yeah. I've been screened, Dr. Drew. I have an all clear in the lungs. All my blood tests came back good, so I'm good. Knock wood.
All right, good. All right, excellent.
All right, Dr. Drew.
But stuff, that 3 month foggy period, though, the stuff we can do now for you. So if anyone else is suffering from that, talk to your doctor.
Cool.
Awesome.
So the reason we wanted to have you on, Dr. Drew, is because Bam Margera seemingly is going off the rails, and he's taking to social media to boycott the new Jackass movie. And it seems like he fell off the wagon. He's not sober anymore, and I'm not sure exactly what he's on. Are you abreast about what's happening with him?
I'm not. I know he struggled with substances for a long time. I was not aware that he was ever sober. Is that for sure that he was?
You know what? That's just me speaking from what I heard on this this audio. Do you have a bit to listen to this audio and kind of his rants?
Sure.
Okay. Here, let me play this for you.
Who the fuck cares if I'm drunk as hell or not anymore? Jackass has put me through fucking hell on fucking wheels for a year and a half, keeping me in Pennsylvania. I couldn't leave. If I left, or else I had to breathe in the sobriety link at 3 o'clock every day, 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Then a random beep would go off. No matter where I was at, I had to fucking stop whatever I was doing and go to an urgent care to go piss. Then I had to wake up every day with a handful of antidepressant pills that I would have to show Paramount Pictures that I took them and swallowed them every single day.
So it just seems like he's upset because Paramount actually, obviously it's a huge liability if, anybody contracts COVID or, he stops down production, right? I mean...
Well, it's not that. It's that he, the fact that he has mandated urine toxicology and mandated participation in pharmacotherapy means he was pretty sick, number one, and that, that they were worried about him decompensating. And it also means that he's really not doing anything in terms of recovery. He's just in a highly structured situation where they're kind of controlling him, and that usually kind of blows up. I mean, some people can stay sober that way, but usually not. So I'm not surprised that it didn't stick. It goes to a certain point, and then they start using.
He has, I know his inner circle. He's always posting on his Instagram. One of his closest friends is actually a recovering heroin addict. I don't know if you've heard of him, Brandon Novak, but I know
Brandon very well.
Yeah, I guess the saying's true. You can't get help if you don't want to help yourself. What can Brandon do? Being such close friends with him.
It's a little bit of a misnomer in that saying you can't get help. I mean, you can motivate people to get help and do the right thing, but you have to really work on them. And they have to eventually get to the point where they want to do it themselves. There has to be some sort of an epiphany where they go, okay, this is starting to, feel good. I'm starting to feel better. I see what they're trying to get me to do. And this isn't so bad after all. Or you have someone who's resistant the whole way and is just being forced to do it. And that usually doesn't work out. Forced care, mandated care usually does not work out very well. You have to have motivated care, whether their job depends upon it, whether they're lively, whether they make money. You have a million ways to motivate people. Ideally, you hope the motivation is just that they want to have a better life and get well. But sometimes people have to go very, very low. I mean, Brandon was living on the street for years as a heroin addict before he finally got with it. And his recovery is sort of miraculous. These really low bottoms where people are in prison multiple times and are, on ventilators and overdose and are on the streets and still don't go well. Remember our buddy Mike Catherwood? He was on life support so many times he can't even count. And that wasn't when he got sober.
So do you honestly, Drew, do you think that Bam just hasn't hit rock bottom enough where, he desperately needs that help? Or wants it?
I am very loath to say that people have to hit bottom because it's so dangerous these days, particularly with all the fentanyl around. What I'm saying is he clearly hasn't found the motivation yet.
Okay.
And how you get him to the place where he's motivated to do the work, it's a very difficult challenge, but you can do that. You can help. You can find ways to motivate people to get well. You can.
Right.
But forcing it is usually not the way to do it.
Yeah, we see him going on his social media and stuff, and then as his followers, like Beer Mug, not that he does this, but they egg him on. Like, what can we do to, what can we do as a society to be like, on social media especially, like, hey, if we say get better, get better, get better, do you think that would help?
Muggs, now what did you do?
Yeah.
What did you do? What happened?
I mean, it's all my fault, Drew. It's all my fault. Bam's downward spiral, I guess. I
think all you can do is you essentially have to do what you do in any relationship with somebody who's going down dangerously. You have to say, it's so painful to see you dying. We're watching you die in real time, and I can no longer be a part of this. And you have to withdraw. You have to stop contact, stop following, stop escalating this thing. But you really have to make it clear to them that it's going to be very painful to stand over their grave and wish there was something we could have done.
Yeah, I think that's the reason we haven't really heard anything from any of the Jackass 4 guys because of that reason. And it really saddened me, Drew, because there's a ton of people, because here's Bam, calling people to action, and there's people on board, his hardcore fans saying, F this, yeah, Bam, or whatever, but they're just adding fuel to that flame.
If he dies, they are responsible, or at least they have a role to play in it. I'm sure that Steve-O and other recovering folks in his life are working very hard to try to come to his aid. But sometimes you back off for a while, and they may be just doing that right now. So
Jesus, man. All right, man. Well, we appreciate you coming on Janky Town for a little bit. Hey, I'm not I don't keep up with all the podcasts you have. What do you have going on nowadays?
Go to drdrew.tv. I'm doing streaming shows that you get a blast there, and we do, I'm doing a show with Corolla 3 times a week. I do a show by myself. And,
cool.
Do a show called After Dark over at your mom's house with Tom Segura's wife, Christina P.
Nice.
And that's fun. That's a lot of fun.
Awesome, man. All right. Well, I hope the COVID fog goes away totally, and thank you so much for taking the time.
Me too.
All right, man.
All right, guys. Talk to you.
Thanks, Drew.
Thanks, Drew.
Bye.
Thank you. You too.
That was awesome, man, that he took the time to, talk to us. I mean, we're definitely, when you have the Kevin and Bean totem pole, we're in the dirt. You know what I mean? We're not even part of the actual totem pole.
There's the base.
Yeah.
And then we're underneath it.
Yes. Yes. But I didn't want to
landfill.
I didn't want to bore Drew with the entirety of this Bam audio.
No, that was perfect.
Yeah, that was perfect. But for the people that want to check it out, I want to play the rest of it because I think this shows you how disturbing this entire video and this saga is, and I really do hope that Bam finds the help he needs, because I remember back to the Jackass TV show days, and he was very lovable, I thought.
Yeah.
Right?
I still love him.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was the way he incorporated his entire family into his whole show was the best. You fell in love with all of them. Don Vito, Phil, April. But that's why I'm so watching this is just, it's depressing.
It's not the Bam that we grew up with and loved. Here is some of the audio, and we'll start and stop it as we go.
Steve-O has been sober as fuck since 10 years. If he had a breathalyzer, he's gonna go camping one day and not have any internet reception. He's gonna sleep through one or two. He's got people. They set me up with such a fucking hard mission that, and then COVID happened for a year against anyone's knowledge. So now I had to spend $90,000 in a rehab for 90 days at my expense. I had to go to 30 days in Florida for a rehab at my expense. I had to pay for therapists that they recommended at their expense, but I had to pay for it. I have...
just in bad shape, man.
Bad.
I wrote them so many ideas, and if I'm not in the movie and they use my ideas, how do you think that'll make me feel? The last thing I want to do is be in a courtroom with Jeff fucking Tremaine. I love him. What the fuck, man? I'm not in Jackass 4. If anybody cares about me, don't go see their movie, because I will make mine way fucking radder if you just Venmo me $1. Just $1. If you send $100, I'll remember your name and write it down straight.
So he's straight up
asking more than that, and I'll do more.
Yeah. He's asking
to produce a movie against Jackass 4. But yeah, it's just.
Oh, is that? Oh, sure.
Yeah. I mean, who knows, right? You're right, but it's just the whole thing is kind of it's kind of sad to see. And if I wake up tomorrow and it's Bam Margera was 46, I'm just gonna be. It's just gonna add to my depression.
Yeah,
it's gonna.
And it gets worse. He starts dry heaving for no reason, and then he starts talking to Muggs. You saw the video. Is it his wife at the end of the video? Do you remember?
I think it's just fiance or new girlfriend or something.
Yeah. So
and she looks like what the fuck's going on kind of look on her face.
Yeah, man, it's terrible. And so I mean, listen. People on social media, be smarter. If you don't have anything good to say, just bow out, I think, and don't feel this, because this is just, we don't need another person because of BS like this to downward spiral and get worse. I mean, who knows what he can do? I mean, he could just snap and who knows what could happen. I mean, best case scenarios, he does something that's a little dumb and he goes to jail, and hopefully that's his rock bottom, and then he'll seek the help that he needs. But, dude, well, hopefully he'll get the help he needs. Can you guys believe what's happening in Texas?
What's happening in Texas?
This is bananas. You haven't heard of the freaking blizzard, the crazy snowstorms, and
what?
There's icicles indoors and power outages.
Isn't Texas the desert? It doesn't get cold there.
Listen, I don't know much about Texas because I don't live out there, but we know somebody who does live out there. Dave, kind of briefly explain to the people who Brian Moote is while I dial him up.
Brian Moote is right now is the morning host at 99.5 The Wolf in Dallas.
Oh,
the Wolf.
Yeah. Have that on a hot key?
Yeah, so I know Brian because he used to work at 97.1 Amp Radio when he did the morning show there before they got let go, and then we got let go. Well, I got let go, not you guys, but
also you guys have that in common.
So we
loser.
Yeah, so now we have something in common. But we became friends, and then he lives out there, and I follow him on social media, and it's insane. Like, that's where I was getting all my news from is Brian just walking to work early in the morning with this dog in freaking snow. And this dude had no power this whole week.
Oh, Jesus.
So
man.
I thought it would be pretty cool to talk. Well, I don't know if cool, but great to talk to him to see
for sure.
how he's doing.
Absolutely, man. 100%.
I think his phone is frozen.
Wouldn't that be funny? Oh, my phone's not working. It's just too freaking cold.
Hello.
Hey,
Brian. It's Dave, Omar, and Muggs from Janky Town. What's up, dude?
What's up, Janky Town fellas? How you doing?
Brian, how you living, man? How's everything going? It looks shitty out there.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it, dude. This is I'm sitting at a bar underneath my apartment, and it's the first time it's been open in 5 days because the city is finally starting to thaw out. So,
wow.
Oh my God, dude.
You've got me after my first 2 beers in 5 days.
Oh, man. Good times. Hey, let me ask you about the situation over there, because you know how the news does. They're always salacious, and they always cover, like, the worst of the worst. And when you see it, and you're not in the mix or in the same state or city, are they doing it justice, or is it as bad as they make it out to be?
I'm going to put it this way. I've lived in Boston, Massachusetts, lived there for 3 years, grew up in the Pacific Northwest. I've toured the country as a comedian, been to Alaska in the wintertime. The snow and the actual freeze and the temperature and the ice and everything here compares with any place I've ever lived in my entire life.
Wow.
Now, what made it epically worse, and to the point of survival was priority, was the fact that Texas is not, buildings are not built for this type of weather, this prolonged, 5 or 6 days of freezing sub-zero temperatures. Also, that power grid situation was one that was, frankly, it was deadly. It was crazy. I've lived in cities where you have a blizzard and you don't ever think you're going to lose power.
Right.
That's insane. So, it was funny to watch it evolve, because I watched it on Twitter, and look, the jokes are funny at first, where it's Texas gets a little snow and everyone freaks out. And then I'm like, dude, I have no power and it's negative 15 degrees right now. I want to, like Liam Neeson, I want to take inventory on tweets, and I will find you and I will kill you for all of these tweets. I don't care who you are.
Yeah. How long were you without power personally?
60 hours.
Oh,
Jesus
God,
Christ,
dude.
And sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Brian.
Oh, so also it's 60 hours, and I literally told anyone who'd ask me, I'm like, yeah, we'll be out of power in uptown Dallas. I live in a nice part of town. There's NBA basketball players for the Mavericks who live in my building. Tim Hardaway Jr. lives in my building. I'm like, they're not going to leave us without power. That's crazy. I was completely wrong.
Man.
They didn't care. And it's because in someone goes, oh, it's because you guys thought that you lived in a rich part of town in Texas. You don't live in you don't know where rich is. And I'm like, I guess I don't know what Dallas rich is.
Right.
So yeah, so we were part of the hood, I guess.
That's crazy, bro. Because I saw pictures of like the top shelf of the toilet water just frozen in some houses. Did that happen to you? Did like your pipes freeze because there was no heat in the building?
So my pipes did freeze in the building, and they had to shut the water down. I'm gonna send you a picture right now. We have a rooftop swimming pool because we're bougie here, and it's the best pool in Dallas. It's amazing, but they've never drained this thing they've drained it for probably bodily fluid reasons because it's Dallas, but they've never drained it for wintertime. This pool above me, it's 3 floors above me. I live in like the shorter stack of this apartment building. It froze solid in a way that is unreasonable, and that's why the pipes broke.
Oh my God.
They just don't know how to handle froze. Like they just have never dealt with something. Like it hasn't been in the negatives in Dallas.
Wow. Yeah, I'm looking at the picture right now. That is crazy. You could go ice skating on that.
There's a frozen waterfall.
It's crazy.
You know how cold it has to be for a waterfall to freeze?
Yeah, that's
like
insane.
for a waterfall to give up.
Right.
Wait, Brian, so, everything's frozen, but then you had to take a poop at some point. Did it not just heat up everything and just, clear the pipes? Like, this would be the first time poops help clear the pipes, right?
All right. So that's a funny thing that you bring up about the poops.
What did you do?
All right. So with no power, right, that's always a tricky situation. It feels like camping poops, which is what the whole week felt like anyway, was like you got your iPhone light on and you're like, man, like I don't think this is going to be as precise as I've been in past times, but we got to survive, baby.
No, for sure.
I thought I could go to the station. The radio station that I work at is right down the street. And I thought I could go to the station. And I got there, and power was out there, too. And it was even worse because they had one of those, Walking Dead zombie flashing lights going. And so it would, blind you, and then you're trying to see what happens. And I was like, this is not okay because we have a sports station next to us, and you guys know, radio station bathrooms are... I mean,
they're like one of the worst places to go poop. They basically
worse than a gas station.
It's like the Saw bathroom. You know what I mean? Saying it's dingy, it's crazy, it's creepy. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, if there were handcuffs on one, you'd just be like, all right, well, whatever, dude. I'm sure it's a bad day for somebody.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like trucks, truck stop and radio bathrooms are right next to each other.
Insane, dude. That's insane. It's truly like 2021 looked at 2020, and it's a hold my beer meme right now for everybody in the middle of the country.
It's insane. And what I've said to people here is that they've never done rolling blackouts effectively. And California screws up a lot of stuff, right? But at least the rolling blackouts in California, you can actually see them rolling, right?
Right.
Like the rolling blackouts in Texas are like, we're just going to roll this blackout over the people we don't give a shit about. So we're going to roll it over there, just park that. Because, I mean, there were neighborhoods, and it's so staggering. Like Mark Cuban's neighborhood never lost power once.
Yeah, surprise. Right there, right?
Like 3 blocks away, they never had power at all.
Jesus, man. Yeah, I've never seen anything that is so widespread. I mean, think from like Houston to Austin to the Dallas area. I mean, San Antonio, Texas was affected by it. I mean, is the worst over now?
The worst is over. It's now, and this sounds crazy to say, it's 28 degrees, and I walked out today on my balcony of my apartment, and I was like, oh.
Wow.
You're like, amazing. It's kind of balmy outside.
It's amazing. Well, and also, look, I've relentlessly trashed Dallas women for like overreacting to cold and being like, oh, it's 55. Throw on my Uggs and my Hermes scarf. Like, a lot like the Beverly Hills brunch scene, right? Where like girls in LA are like, oh my God, it's under 70 and cloudy. It's time for Uggs and winter clothes.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
So I feel like karma was coming for me a little bit on this one because I have I have ripped the Dallas brunch girls for acting like it's winter, and I'm like, take off your furry earmuffs. It's 60 degrees.
Hey, let me ask you, since we're over here in LA and you're over there in Dallas at a bar, how is the COVID situation over there?
Oh, well, right now.
Yeah, on top of everything else.
It is everyone's distance.
Okay.
They do. We have like 4 feet between people at the bar. Dallas has been pretty good.
Good,
now,
man.
I cannot speak for the rest of Texas, but
right.
It does make a little sense because rural Texas is like, wow, we got a distance, man. Like, I live 9 miles from my neighbor. And I'm like, well, then I think you're doing all right, sir. You're fine on that distancing thing.
Man, so, dude, we appreciate you hopping on the phone. And, I think Beer Mug has another question for you.
Brian, I wanted to tell you one thing before we let you go, and that was I was going to bring you some propane tanks for your space heaters today, but my daughter called me, and she needs me to go to Cancun with her and her friends. So I'm not going to be able to do that for you.
Ted Cruz is unbelievable. It's like this guy doesn't. What I love about Ted Cruz and a lot of politicians who are just morons is they just don't understand like the internet exists forever. It's like they think it resets every day. Like, what's wrong with you? So this moron, one, I mean, his whole, what he's done in the last 2 years has been an absolute travesty anyway, 2-3 years, along with his record before that. And just his general look of just sad, like, like the sad stepdad who, like, has to do all the chores while, like, you know what I mean? He's just the worst. And so he goes to Cancun in the middle of, like, arguably the worst non-hurricane disaster that's ever hit Texas. He goes to Cancun and he gets blown up, right, on social because he looks like Ted Cruz with a mask on. Like, this moron, like, you're Ted Cruz, man. Like, you look like Ted Cruz with a mask on. Frumpy ass body. And
you could see
the
him.
Best part
you
is
could see him on. Yeah, you could see him on the plane reading his Twitter. Like, oops, people know I'm on the plane right now.
Damn, dude, I'm trending. Like, do you ever think, like, he's looking on Twitter and he's like, who took that photo? And he's looking back, he's like, I know it's one of you bitches. And he wants to look back so bad to, like, identify the culprit, but he also doesn't want to get caught looking at the person who took the photo, who's definitely got a camera pointed at him the whole flight. So here's the best part of the story, though, is that so he goes to Cancun, and he's supposed to leave on Sunday or whatever. And he flies back today and then releases a statement. Look, I was trying to be a good dad. I was trying to fly my daughters who are off. Their school was canceled. Hey, Ted, why were your kids' schools canceled? Oh, yeah, that's why, because everyone's dying in Texas. Totally cool. Yeah, they're getting frozen to death. And it's not spring break, homie.
Man.
Yeah, it's not spring break, dog. Like, your kids they're out of school because everyone's dying. My kids wanted to go on a vacation because all their classmates' parents are dying on dialysis and they're frozen out of their trailer parks. So I just thought I wanted to be a good dad and take them down there and drop them off, right? So he releases that statement. This moron doesn't understand. You can just look up flight itineraries and find out what when flights are booked. So this dude released the statement, and then it turns out he booked his return flight this morning at 6 a.m. when finally someone was like, bro, you got to come back. Like, immediately. Like, you are blowing this.
But have you guys been to Tulum, man? Have you been to Tulum? It's amazing. So, can you blame him? You want to be Texas or Tulum? Cancun,
like,
come on.
For a dude who's so pro-wall, like, he loves to be on the other side of it. You know what I mean? Like,
that's funny. Dude,
Insane.
Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day. We're going to let you get back to your drinking. Hey, I think we're competition because Stryker and Klein, I'm part of that show now, and I'm on the air mornings on Alt 1037.
Oh, you think that's competition?
I don't. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a sick burn. That's a sick burn, dude. Are they not a big station?
Look, you know what? I'll do you a favor and pull you up in studio. I'll do that.
Oh man.
You're good, bro. No, keep doing it. No, keep working hard, dog. you're gonna totally dominate Dallas shortly. Don't worry about it. Look, you got. I don't have a meter, but you got my heart, bro.
All right, Brian, dude.
The wolf has spoken.
Yeah, you gotta have me on again to talk about this radio nonsense, because I've learned a lot about weird country radio stuff.
Oh, really?
Hilarious.
Oh, that'd be
We'll do that
amazing.
another time.
That'd be amazing, dude. I'm totally in on that, man. All right,
Maybe
Brian.
when you're warm.
All right, dude. Take it easy, man. Bye.
Be safe out there.
Oh, that's funny, dude. That's too funny, man. Yeah. That's crazy.
So
yeah.
the 99.5, the wolf is doing better than your station,
I have no idea, dude. I don't care about that sort of stuff. You know me. I don't know anything about ratings or any of that nonsense, man. But yeah, thanks for that, dude, coming on. Even though we were kind of making jokes here and there, it is definitely a serious situation, and I hope everybody pulls out through everything okay. All right, for the people that weren't able to join us this past Friday night on the 12th, I believe, before Valentine's Day and President's Day, we got together at 9 p.m. for a virtual Cheers with Beer Mug on Zoom, and we understand that not everybody could have joined us, but we thought it would be we got good content, right, guys? There was fun moments. Yeah, there was fun moments and definitely usable things, right? What were your favorite parts of it?
My favorite part is when I jumped on and got booed. That was amazing.
Yeah, that was that was uncalled for, but it was definitely funny. It was definitely funny. And there was a bunch of unexpected moments, like talking to that guy who didn't take a shower for 2 weeks, and then I kind of squashed things with Rachel and Geometric Bananas and
the Coven.
The Coven. And there was just a bunch of good people that were out to have a good time, except that one guy who made that Louis C.K. joke that was just out of nowhere. But even that guy was fine. I think he got a little down on himself, but I mean that guy was fine. It was fine. It caught us all off guard a little bit, right?
Yeah,
he just came strong, but honestly, one of the best part about the night was just hanging with everybody and having drinks with you guys.
Man.
Like with you guys and everyone else. So it was fun, and everyone's talking about what they're drinking, and we were just shooting the shit for a good hour before we even tried to start this Cheers with Beer Mug stuff.
Yeah, and we got a chance. And we got a chance to catch up with Brother Michael Schneider. And producer Christine and Old Man Ruben were there.
Yep.
Yeah.
And also Sheck Daddy, our old friend Sheck Daddy, were there. So a bunch of people, and there were people that actually brought Janky Town the stuff that they made. I'm not sure. What would you say that a neon sign was, Dave?
It was like a pixel sign, which
it was badass.
Her name, but it was bitching. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to see it, watch the video.
Something.
Yeah. And then we have our. Is it a wine, Dave? What is Casamigos? I'm not sure what Casamigos is.
It's tequila.
Oh, it's tequila. It's tequila. Okay.
Yeah, it was George Clooney's tequila.
So we have our official tequila of Jankytown because I think it was Tanya. Was it Tanya?
Yes.
Tanya made the official tequila of Jankytown because she took Casamigos but changed the S to another C, and it's Cacamigos. So that was so funny. That was so funny. So
and it's good. It's a good tequila too.
Good.
Let's just start changing all the labels to Cacamigos in the stores if you see it.
Yeah. So the show ran about 2 hours, a little over 2 hours, but we thought that about 45 minutes of our shenanigans was just right for you guys to enjoy this Zoom version of Cheers with Beer Mug.
Hit it, oh.
It's funny because it doesn't start with a theme. I think it just starts with me going, "Hey, everybody." I think. I forget how it starts. Oh, well, it's fine.
Seriously, I want you guys to be super honest. If we weren't on lockdown and the quarantine and the pandemic times were happening, how many people would be doing this on a Friday night?
Honestly,
exactly.
absolutely.
Oh, 1, 2. There's like 2 people.
I 100% would be there.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I'd be at a bar.
All right. Well,
hopefully,
like 6 months down the road, we get to do a live event. And,
I think maybe if we have like a special guest, that would be here for sure.
Like beer
Special guest tonight is Beer Mug. Hopefully.
Yeah, we're waiting on the Muggos. The Muggos. So, while we're waiting for Muggs, I have one request, one song that I really want to play for you guys, and then we could get into some Q&A. But yeah, I wanted to play this.
I made it.
One of my favorites.
Yes.
Song sucks.
He's special needs. What's he talking about? Man, he sounds crappy. Kevin's a big-headed drunkie.
You're listening to the Kevin and Bean Show on the world famous K-Rock 106.7 KRO. You got a special guest to talk to about it. It's like you catch a fish in a lake and you put it out on the ground and just like flops around on the ground completely. It's like a fish out of water is what it's. Now, he's not going to want to spend much time with all those other boys in their room come pretty here a couple years. We've got to get to the bottom of what in the hell is going on with this Blue Man group. These guys, they paint their faces red. Monday morning we have an all new Kevin and Bean show. And how often have you used it? Did you know that going into when you started on the second office, when you were on the outside office, not the main one? Where were you? I need to do the Dave plan next time. What? I need to do the Dave plan next time. I'm not drunk. We owe every one of you that listen to the show a great debt of gratitude. I don't think that's what I meant to say.
I wasn't drinking at the time.
So what, he can't speak. Maybe he's dumb. He's special needs.
I will not suffer with it.
Man, he sounds crappy. Kevin's a big-headed drunkie.
The great Al Pacino. Good morning. What? I don't know what this is.
This is Sean Connery. Talking about curling.
Let's give it up. Big cheers for Mr. Kevin Ryder. Big Kevin Ryder. Big cheers. Let's drink to Kevin. What's up, Tanya?
Okay, first of all, squish. Second of
There
all,
she is. Okay.
I found the official drink of Janky Town, even though I know you guys said you drink whatever you want.
Yeah.
Casamigos. Right here.
There's a Casamigos drink.
Well, it's Casamigos, but close enough.
Love it.
But that's not why I asked her to talk.
Don't you see the Janky seed? Come on.
Yeah, totally. That's
She
amazing.
made. Can you take a picture of that for us?
I will, and I'll slide it into the DMs.
Nice. All right.
Well, I mean, I don't want to put Doto on blast, but he ended up Facebook messaging me and asking me out and was very aggressive.
What?
So I had to block him. He was very proactive, but very sweet.
Tell me some of the like verbiage he would use to kind of try to sweet talk you. That's very interesting.
Let me see if I can find it. I might have deleted it, but it wasn't that long ago. I actually think I sent it to you guys in an Insta DM.
Oh, really?
Wait, I'm sorry. How is aggressive and sweet the same thing?
I'm trying to be nice.
I don't know.
It was aggressively.
Listen, he's not
sweet,
here.
which
You could
means
be.
Doto
you could be here.
is
It's
lube.
Doto. It's fine. Be honest. Like, did it creep you out?
No, he was just very okay. I did send you guys a screenshot of it, but he just said, let's talk more. Hope we can meet in person over coffee once this virus is under control. And just was like, asking me a lot of specific questions. But sweetheart, very sweet.
Okay.
Oh man.
For a quick second, did you entertain the thought of maybe I should give it a go?
I mean, I chatted with him on Messenger. I thought that was very nice in itself.
Was that your good deed of the day? Like, okay, I got this Make-A-Wish kid who's like, I'm gonna give him hope.
No, listen. I'm not going to talk shit here, but
Well, then why are we here? We're here to talk shit. Let's do this. Let's go.
No, poor
We're
Doto.
unfiltered now. We don't care. We don't have to be PC.
The guy's definitely mentally challenged, man. You know what I mean? We're not going to pick on him. Come on.
So wouldn't you want to be like, all right, I'll, okay, it'll be fun.
I
how they have
I would rather go on a date with Muggos than Doto.
Well, if he ever shows up, maybe you could ask him.
You know, it's funny. This was probably around maybe 15 years ago. I think it was at a Valentine's Day party where the Dan Band was playing and Doto was there and Mike Catherwood was there, and they had a kissing booth, and the guy at the kissing booth was Doto and Mike, just to be funny and as a gag for a funny video, I think. Full on French kiss Doto, and Mike said that it was like making out with a piece of shit, with a literal turd. Like his mouth just stank to high heaven. Like
he said it was like just dead fish. Just that breath.
It was like the worst.
So you missed out, Tanya.
Yeah, you missed out. Yeah, you're never gonna get a second crack at that ass, Tanya.
Guys.
That is so cool.
Yes. I'm glad.
What
you
is
guys
that?
like
Is
it.
that like an Etch-a-Sketch, but like a rave version, or?
Before we start, can I just get a quick cheers? I know you guys are beer snobs, but here you go. The new Deftones beer.
Oh, dude, the Belgian Beaver.
I've been wanting to try that. How is it?
Oh, it's very smooth. It's actually it's actually a pale ale. They usually have IPAs, but the pale ale, I'm getting a little tipsy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. What's the ABV on it?
It's only 5.5, but I have
so it's not bad. Okay.
So it's doing a factor. It's doing some damage.
Yeah. Be careful when you drink on a side. Cheers. Salud. Love
Keeping
that.
a
Thank you for doing that. That's very creative. I love that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's actually it's like a pixel. I can't even say my words. See, it's really getting to me. It's a pixel digital frame. So I actually designed it. I designed whatever I want to show here.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
So
that's cool.
I want to do one for you guys that has all three of you guys on it, like doing some stuff, but it's in the works.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
That's awesome.
Anytime,
Thank you so
anytime.
much.
Hey, so now that Beer Mug's here, I think it'd be appropriate if anybody who has some hard alcohol and has a shot anywhere nearby, if we all
Right, give me a second.
Hold on. No worries.
Should I put up the drinking game?
Let's bring it out.
We could do that afterwards, Mr. Sanchez.
I was also prepping my my shot. You know, that was a lot of work.
Okay.
A lot of work, guys.
All right. I have a shot glass, but I'm just gonna drink it straight out of the bottle.
As you guys could tell, I got dressed up. I'm in a bathrobe.
Oh, fantastic.
So
whoa, you're like Hugh Hefner, man.
Hell, yeah, baby.
I
All right,
say
everybody
I'm
ready?
taking out the bottle.
Wait, who's gonna say something? Muggs, is that
I'll say
you? Is that
something, yes.
Omar?
Oh,
Is
Omar,
it,
actually,
is it
Omar.
random listener?
Omar, you say something and I'll
Diego?
agree.
Okay. Well, you know what? This is the first official Janky Town Zoom party that we're doing, and we had an overwhelming response to it. And I appreciate you, along with Dave and Muggs. We all appreciate every one of you. Thank you for the continued support. And if it wasn't for you guys, once the B team ended, that would have been it. But the just the fandom and just the interaction we have with you all made it so worthwhile to come back, and we really appreciate you, and you guys, are crazy people that you dig what we do, and that we just love you to death, and cheers to that.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Salud. Cheers. Woo.
Good stuff.
Sorry about that.
Dave's literally swinging from the bottle. Nice job, Dave.
It's warm, so why even bother putting it in a shot glass?
Okay. Before we get to the cheers portion of this Zoom party, I guess it's a Zoom party, right? Dave has a drinking game for us, and this is pretty amazing. So he's going to put it up on the chat where you could check out the rules, but he's also going to run down the rules right now.
Yeah, so it's for tonight, but I think it could work for any time you listen to the podcast. So this is the Janky. Yeah, this is the Janky Town drinking game. So we're gonna drink anytime Muggs mentions the COVID fog. All right, because he's always in a COVID fog.
Speaking of which, I was a little late because I was also in a COVID fog.
Yeah. Okay, everyone's drink. Drink.
Yeah.
Okay, fucking run down Louis C.K., dude. What the fuck is wrong with you, bro?
Wait, who's a rundown Louis C.K.?
You.
Oh,
What
who's
happened?
fighting already? Damn.
Somebody's wasted. Who is that? Who
40
is that?
minutes in.
AJ.
All right, let's get through this game.
right.
We're going to drink every time Muggs says outrageous. And we're going to drink when Muggs asks a question and refers to himself. So, or he says myself. All right. So,
Or
we're also going to drink.
drums.
I'm already drunk as it is, guys. Let me get some food in my system first.
I know. We're also going to drink when Omar says, know what I mean?
Man,
That's awesome.
that's hidden below the belt, man.
All right. We're also
You know
going
what
to
I mean?
drink when Omar mentions he has 16 stations because, you know, he's a busy man and he has 16 stations that he has to work on.
Omar, you
Now-
have 16 stations?
Yes.
You know what, Muggs? Now that you mention it, I do. I work for 16
Wow.
stations.
Oh, $10?
Wow.
This game is too easy.
All right. And now I'm going to kill you because
Get hammered.
we're going to drink anytime I say something you guys think is stupid. So there's
drink.
my God.
that.
Gonna die.
And then
People
we'll
are gonna
drink.
get alcohol poisoning.
I guess
Yeah,
we're,
right.
I guess
And
we're
we'll
gonna start
drink
early.
anytime I mention an animal or something or my pets. But then we're also going to drink when someone says something that's definitely not brown rice. So everyone's allowed to chime in and say that. So we're going to get drunk.
Hells yeah. Hells
so that's the
yeah.
drinking game. And if you guys have any suggestions, just throw them up and we'll add them on to the list.
Hell yeah.
This is
You
like
should
the
be.
most professional person we have in this Zoom.
Brother
that
Mike?
I know of.
Where is Brother Mike?
Is Mr. Michael Schneider, who we know as Brother Mike, who this motherfucker has his name on the cover of Variety. It's this big like article written by Michael Schneider. I was like,
There he
oh,
is.
dude.
Brother Mike.
Oh, there is Keenan. Yeah, look at that. Oh,
Wow.
Wow, listen to his
he's
voice.
balling.
Are you on your mic, Brother Mike?
Mogos, what's up?
What's up, Mike? How you doing, sir?
I'm good. I was saying, like, I came here hoping to see Monty in person. Where you?
Oh. He has the quarantine has really taken a toll on him. We might not be able to get a hold of him for a while.
He had to
no.
stop drinking, so he got educated and got a real job, and now he's a Fortune 500 like CEO. It's weird.
Yeah,
We
I mean
need
it's
to check
nuts.
up. I'm worried about Monty, honestly.
Yeah, I gotta really honestly I gotta track him down because I haven't been able to get a hold of him for several months, and then we actually got into a fight. So
Was it a physical fight?
No, it was a verbal fight.
Okay.
We'll take a drink every time
won?
Bugs mentions he got in a fight.
Monty, clearly. I mean, he's a verbal wordsmith, so he destroyed me.
All right,
so-
man.
I do believe
Who's looking at Homar right now with his microphone set up and thinking he's got to bust into some sort of lounge act? I like the mic setup.
I was thinking of something else that he's doing right now. Like, you know, Omar likes to blow things, so there we go.
Oh man, yeah, for sure.
Some of that Richard cheese.
Where are your sunglasses?
I'll do it. I'll do it. My sunglasses.
Yeah. Oh, you can't. Can you do it on Zoom? I think you can, right?
There
There it is.
Hey.
There you
Oh, hey,
go.
Zeus is rocking some glasses.
How's this?
too, I
How's this?
see.
How's this, brother Mike? Isn't she lovely?
You know what? I take it back. I don't want to hear this. Never
No.
mind. Take it back.
You don't want to hear
Gotta
some
play the
Omar Roki,
keyboard.
some Omar Roki magic?
That would be
How
great,
dare you.
by the way. That's what you should do on this is some Omar Roki.
Oh my God.
That is a great idea.
Some requests.
You know what I mean,
You're not
Mike?
like
It's-
Dr.
it's-
Gill on call, okay?
What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing,
Oh.
man? Somebody
What
got
are you
very
doing?
angry.
I
got it.
What? Oh, that's Krista.
Oh,
Nice.
That's
Dave's getting
Dave's
yelled
lady.
at, buddy.
What
Dave's getting
happened?
yelled
Oh,
at.
Dave's getting put in
Krista.
check.
We're witnessing
Wow,
domestic
Dave,
violence, which
what's
is not
happening,
great.
Dave?
Trouble.
It's
Sorry,
funny when
guys.
it's against Dave.
Dave, are you in trouble?
Yeah, I kind of spilled, so.
Oh no! He's at his lady's workstation. That's where he's at right now. He's at
And
his
by the
lady's
sound
workstation.
of Krista and that
Oh
tone
my
of the "What the fuck are
God.
you doing?"
Oh,
Dave
So
spilled
good
on
with the neck
something
beard.
really
No, no,
meaningful or really expensive. One of the two.
Wow. No, Dave.
You know
Dave showed
what?
me the
That-
setup
that
he's at.
actually-
It's very like an Apple. It's like a couple of $1,000s worth of stuff.
right now when Dave was getting yelled at, I had PTSD of Dave yelling at me at the radio station.
But hey, what happened? Was my mic on?
Yeah, that was great, Dave. So what'd you spill on, buddy? What was it?
The stupid Topo Chico. I'll just open it.
Oh, Dave getting fancy with his sparkling
That was
water.
like $10 you just spilled right there out of the bottle, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Mike. Kylie, did you have a question? You are a very loyal, long-time Kevin and Bean B Team / Janky Town fan.
Yeah.
Did you have anything that you did not know already?
No, I did have a question. Fuck, I can't remember.
You're high.
She is so stoned. She is so stoned.
Kylie's on that highway. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know.
No.
Well, and I'm up in Utah too, so I've only got a limited amount of stuff.
Oh.
Is it the COVID fog?
Oh, someone has to drink.
I thought it's when I mentioned it, but I'll take it. I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay,
Kylie, go
I
ahead.
had a good one. Fuck, I don't know. Never mind.
All right, we'll get back to you, Kylie.
Classic stoner. Yeah, if you remember text mugs. Like Diamond is super nice, but Rachel and Kelly, they unleashed on me. I was like, oh man.
Okay.
What is happening?
We need to settle this.
Okay.
All I did when you mentioned that Kevin was going to be on the podcast, I just made a comment because you said, like, everybody call in because we're going to play the Jank Line calls. I just made a comment of, oh, so are you going to have him back on in a couple months so we can actually hear them?
You see, coming at me so hard. Oh my God.
But it's true. You have to acknowledge that I'm right. It's true. You're behind on
I'm
the
not going to
Jank
say
Line
you're
calls. It's
wrong because
fine.
you're right. You know?
And keep in mind, I was put into the coven simply because I love Angry Omar. And because I love Angry Omar,
Man, that's right.
no, coven.
Yeah, because you made me watch that stupid chess show.
And
Oh
look
my
at
God,
the
that was
amazing
awful. Oh my
review
God,
we
that was
got out
terrible.
of you. Oh, look at the amazing review we got out of you. That was the best part of it all.
Was it amazing?
It was.
Everybody-
I was
no.
so happy. You have no idea how happy I was. And
Listen.
what made it even better was that Dave was like, "Oh, I've never seen that shit before." You were like, "So wait a minute, I'm the only one that has."
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'd rather have seen a Serbian film a second time.
Oh, let's not
rather.
talk about that, please. Let's please not talk about that.
Oh, stop it. You're turning Rachel on right now with the Serbian film. Jesus.
Well,
Yeah.
Rachel, no, we just kid and we have fun with the interaction. We totally love all you guys. It's
Except
super
Rachel.
fun and.
Up, Dave.
and
By the way, Dave, did you get your Pokemon cards?
I didn't. I didn't McDonald's today.
they're such nerds.
Rachel, how much did
Pokemon
you
is awesome,
spend?
okay?
What?
I said
How much
Pokemon-
did you end up spending?
Oh, it's yes. I was on Kevin and B one time talking about how much I spent on Pokemon Go. It's well past whatever it was at the time I talked about on Kevin and Bean. It's well past that point by now. I mean, it has to be thousands of dollars.
Oh my God. Damn.
But I love it.
That's not brown rice.
How we got a drink?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's up, dude?
Oh, it's a smart guy with the books. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
man. Wow,
I'm just
he's,
wondering-
he's all buff too with the V-neck. Wow.
Hell yeah.
Definitely not buff, man. I'm just. When are we gonna get this story about you almost joining a gang?
Yeah.
Oh
I don't
yeah,
know if you
Baba.
want to fully
Yeah,
go into
see.
it right now, or at least like give us like on this.
Like a
I'll give
teaser.
you know what? Here's the thing is I am willing to tell you guys because the story is really not that fascinating. That's why I haven't told it on Janky Town because first of all, like I've said before, I was just a bad kid. I wanted to hood rat things. What's that? It was like so growing up. I really didn't have any parents. My parents were the type of parents where, okay, you have your friend down the street, go see him and come back for dinner and then go do your homework or go to bed. They didn't have that. For me, I'm not saying I had a bad childhood, but it's not the childhood that I would want for my children, right? So I was out on the streets playing I grew up in Hollywood where there was a lot of different, it was a diverse neighborhood. There was Asian people, there was Armenian people, and there was a lot of Latinos. The first gang I ever got a chance to join, I must have been 6 or 7 years old. And so upon reflection,
you don't realize what was happening until you grow up, right? So I was like, oh my God, those guys were trying to recruit me. So I was 6 or 7 and I was befriended by this 10-year-old kid. At the time, I really didn't know he was a cholo. I just thought he was a cooler older brother of a buddy of mine. And he says like, hey man, I have some friends that, do this club. They called it a club. That's kind of like, what they said. And I was like, oh, I want to join a club. Cause like for me, I always wanted to be a part of something like a boys club though, or Boy Scouts, but any kind of club I was in, I'm like, let's do this. So he was just like, yeah, it's called MS. And that's all I knew. And I was 7 years old. MS, fine. I didn't know it was like, one of the freaking biggest gangs, going on. So it was a weekday. I was set to go over there, and my buddy says, "Yeah, when you go over there to get into the club, you just gotta kind of like, they'll punch you a couple of times, and you'll be in. You'll be all set." And I'm just like, "What?"
Oh my God.
yeah.
And then your brother Miklo came in, right? Like your cousin or something like that.
No, and then
His
so I
eyes
was
are
like,
blue.
And then Robert Duvall came up, and Omar's like, God, what's up, Hodges?
And then he went to his brother and he goes, "Open your eyes, little puppet." No.
So that didn't sound good to me at the time, so I just didn't go. That was it. So I got out of getting into MS, but I was going to get into MS. So the second one was Little Oriental Boys. It was LOB, right? So I had this Filipino friend, and he was so cool. He had this butterfly knife, the one that just and he had this. I was like, dude, that is so awesome. And he had a ninja star too. I was like, whoa, you have a ninja star and a butterfly knife? How do I get hooked up with this stuff, right?
Someone
so
went
he's
to
like,
TJ.
hey. So he says, hey, I have this crew I roll with, and you could have all the ninja stars and all the little knives that you could handle. So I'm like, that sounds great, man. He's like, I want to meet these people, right? What a douchebag I am. So I meet up with them, and they take one look at me and like, nah, he's not Asian. So they turned me down for that one, but I actually
went denied a gang. They're like, "Nah, we don't want you, dog."
I got denied. Yeah, it was Little Oriental Boys, dude. They didn't want some Middle Eastern, Latino-looking guy in their crew.
You know what?
It's so funny.
Yeah. You know what I picture when you tell me these stories, though?
Yeah.
Remember the scene in the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles where like they go into the underground and they have like arcade games and a half pipe and free Burger King and
yeah. No, totally. It's all it's also totally like tintillating for all these kids. Like, whoa, yeah, totally. And I'll never forget though, when it was the cousin of the kid who I was friends with. The guy pulls up in a Beamer, and I was like, "Whoa, that's awesome!" And he just takes one look at me and just like drives out. He's like, "No, see you later." But then one of my best friends growing up, his name was David. He was an Armenian cat.
Oh, not
and me. No, not you. No. He was Armenian. Armenian Power. It was Armenian Power at the time. I don't know if the name changed, but it'll never.
Armenian Pride was copywritten, I think.
So he was like, hey, we were like good friends, and I didn't know at the time. We went to different schools. He went to private school. I went to public school. I didn't know that the private school, you could get led down a bad road. And that's the road he was going down, unbeknownst to me. I had no idea what was happening. So he was making other friends, and we were young. We were probably like 10 or 11. And he's just like, hey, dude, I know these guys, and they make a lot of money, and they smoke cigarettes. So me wanting to do hood rat things, I'm like, cigarettes? I'm all in. Just based on cigarettes. And then, well, because they're bros, right? They smoke cigarettes all the time. So I go down there. Where was this? This was in Hollywood. If you guys are familiar, it was in front of LeConte High, or junior high, in front of LeConte Junior High. And there are 5 Armenian dudes who are stocky, like ready to beat the crap out of me dudes there. And so I'm like, dude,
Jesus.
all I want is some cigarettes. Like, what is happening here? He's just like, hey, you gotta prove that you're down with us, that you're not gonna snitch on us, or what? They gave me some sort of spiel, and I was like, no, man, no, I'm not really down with this. And I just walked home. So it's kind of like a lame story. They didn't like, turn on me or, pull out ninja stars and started chucking at me or whatever. So that's why I never really told the story on Janky Town, because there's really nothing to it. But that's the story.
That's a good call.
That gang life you weweren't about that gang life. Oh,
I was not about that gang life. No, I'm more about that drug life.
It's time.
Oh, it's time. Okay. Yep.
Hey, Muggs. So what I want you to do is go into gallery mode.
I'm actually so buzzed. I was using the wrong mouse to move to play the audio, and I was like, "Why is this not working?"
Hold on, before you play the intro, Muggs.
Gallery mode.
I mean, Omar. What's your name? Yeah.
Oh man, this is going off the rails now.
Yeah. Muggs, what I want you to do is to go into gallery mode.
Gallery mode.
What you're gonna do after we play this intro is you're gonna randomly pick people and you're gonna ask them questions. Because guys, it's time for Cheers with Beer.
Oh!
And Mikey wants to go where everybody knows his name.
Yeah.
Asking questions with no shame.
What do you?
He's already drunk as a skunk, but people are glad he came.
Cheers, everyone! Cheers!
Wants to go where everyone knows his name.
Cheers over there.
Wow. All right, let's take that shot before we do the cheers, though. Remember?
Sure.
Let's take that shot. Let's take that shot. Here we go.
Here it is.
Hold on. Let me pour mine real quick. I'm a little bit behind.
Oh, God. Good times.
Oh.
That theme is so great. That's the great Mike Hathaway that did that for us. I wrote it and he sang it for us. Yeah.
So before I start, I noticed Frank the Tank on the chat wanted to know what I was drinking. Well, my shot I just took was a good old-fashioned Jameson. And the beer I'm drinking is something that I stole from my baby mama's house when I picked up my kid the other day. It's a Local Buzz Honey Rye Golden Ale. So
nice.
Four Corners Brewing from Dallas, Texas. So I'm not really an IPA guy, so I try to go with light honey blonde ales and malts. You know what I'm saying? Omar's a beer guy. You're a beer guy, right, Omar?
I am. I love beer, man. Love it.
So all right.
That's what my gut tells me.
Yeah. Dave's
let's do the cheers. Let's do the cheers, and then we could go back to some Q&A.
Okay. All right.
I'm pretty buzzed.
This has been the first cheers we've done since it has to be early 2020, February, before the Kevin and Bean show was blown up. Okay.
All right, Christopher Mayorga's on with you.
All right, Christopher. Since Robert didn't have an answer really to that last question, do you have anything that you've
Oh, come on, Muggs. You're out of questions already.
Yeah.
Switch the question, Mug.
Okay.
Look, even Christopher's shaking his head. He's like, really?
All right,
this is what you got for me?
All right. What's the most amount you've masturbated in a day during quarantine?
Shit. Well, first of all, first song line time. Oh shit.
Thanks.
Yeah, what up,
Thanks,
Christopher? And the magical thumb that's next to you.
Oh, is that your significant other?
Yeah, let her come in here.
All right. Maybe you don't want to. If you don't want to, hi.
Hey.
If you don't want to answer the question with her in there, I understand. But
no, what if she helps him out though?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There we go.
You know,
how much masturbation's been going on?
Yes.
During quarantine.
Yes. A lot. Anthony, what's the longest amount of time you've gone without a shower during quarantine?
Wow, she's laughing. So it's got to be more than 2 days. It's probably like more than 3 days. More. Oh, no
Holy shit.
You got a lot of stank on you, huh? You got a lot of stank on you. How long?
You got a stank on your head.
Got a fly on your head.
She don't sweat. So.
Okay.
Okay.
So legit, no, I do sweat. I sweat. I sweat profusely. And I work out a lot too. Like I'm like you, Omar.
Oh man.
Yeah. Okay. So last week I was like, man, I was like, babe, like I think I haven't showered in about 2 weeks.
What the fuck? Nadine, run.
That is awesome.
Take the shot.
Run.
Take the shot. You need that shot. Oh man.
That
the butthole
right
must stink.
That's outrageous.
Oh, no,
You're at home. You're not.
Wow.
I get it. I get it.
Right.
Okay.
Are we going streaking, Frank?
What's going on? Heck yeah, we are.
What up, dude?
Frank the Tank.
What's happening, man? How are you? Well, what kind of beer
Cheers
you
to your
drinking? That
Mickey
looks
shirt.
so
I
re-
miss it.
that
I
looks
am
so
drinking-
refreshing.
I'm drinking a Radiant Inherent Good dry hop lager from Anaheim, California. They just
Nice.
opened about 2-3 weeks ago.
Good
Great
timing.
local brewery.
Yep.
Nice. Oh, cool. Nice. Awesome. All right, Mugs.
All right.
No more stupid questions.
COVID fog.
It's gonna be good, Frank.
More stupid questions.
All right. We're gonna do this. What
Just
was the
FYI,
one
I just started
thing?
growing the beard since November. That's it.
What? Oh, really?
Whoa.
Hold on. Let me see. I gotta see your beard.
November.
November. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let's see. You no trim, no trimmage.
Nope.
Wow. Wow. That's
Hey,
that's
guys.
not bad. I'm jealous because my face looks like my crotch. I can't get a.
That's the question.
Keep growing.
I'm drunk, Dave. I'm sorry. It's
Look
gonna
at
take
Burke.
me a minute
Burke
to get
is
there.
yawning. Burke is all like, "Oh, this is getting boring."
I know. I'm
He's
slowing
like,
down.
"Come
I gotta
on,
drink
guys,
faster." All right.
Beer Mug, what's going on?"
The one thing at the
Hey,
top
Christine
of your,
is there. What the?
Christine Funk.
Oh, we gotta talk to Christine.
Hold
What
on, wait,
the
wait.
shit?
Wait,
Okay,
wait,
do the thing, and then we gotta talk to Christine.
Frank, the
What the
one
shit?
thing you took for granted the most before quarantine.
Well, in my profession, I'm a commercial driver. I deliver gas. So I took traffic. Now there's no traffic. So
Yeah.
our hours have gotten cut back because no one's going to work.
Wow.
So
So
I miss traffic.
you miss traffic.
Yes.
Wow.
That's not possible. It's
that's
no one
weird.
misses. Well, you do, but no one misses traffic.
From
No.
LA to Canoga Park, 45 minutes, where before there was traffic an hour and a half. Now it's like there's nothing. It's
Oh,
like a
so
holiday every
okay.
day.
What Frank is saying. So for your job, you prefer to actually be sitting in traffic because you get more hours.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. That makes
Well,
sense.
Frank, I'm against you on this one, and I'm happy that
so is
there is no
everybody.
traffic
Yeah.
because it is amazing. Because
Drink
I
up. Dave said something stupid.
I don't think that was stupid. I thought everyone would agree with
Frank
me.
it is. For Frank, it's stupid.
Hey,
I like it.
Christine.
Hi guys, I miss
What
you.
the hell? I missed the crap
Producer
out of you.
Christine.
Well, Dave told me you guys are doing this, and so I made sure I brought my
Oh,
individual serving
hell
size of
yeah.
Jameson.
Should we
You're
pour
putting
another
mine in
shot?
shame.
Yeah, hell
Putting
yeah.
mine in shame, Christine.
We're nearing like the end of all this. So one more shot
And
for the
I'm
road.
gonna tell you what we should shoot to. My
Okay, okay.
awesome shirt.
Love that.
What a
Okay, let's pour it.
fantastic shirt
and then
that
let's
is.
shoot
I love it
Let's
so
pour
much.
Okay, I'm pouring.
Please
pouring.
reproduce that shirt.
That was
That is awesome.
When did we make these?
Shit, I never got one of those shirts.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Did you get anyone else have
I'm
one
sure
of these?
you
or
were
just me?
sensitive beer mug at the time, Mugs. So you're like,
Yeah,
oh
I
man,
think-
they're
you know what?
making
No, I
fire beer
remember-
mug shirts.
But
That
like-
really pisses me off, man, because I
No.
work hard for the station, and I
Never said that.
Hey, do you have the audio of the I am sensitive beer mug? Because
Oh.
the YouTubes people were like, "Yo, sensitive beer mug, you should make a jingle." I was like,
you
there is
mean
a
the
jingle
song?
for it."
Yeah,
What
that's
song?
just-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
You have it? By the way, can we all give a round of applause for Omar's background? That's a fantastic background.
Hey, you were 30 minutes late. Shut up, dude. We covered it already.
True.
Okay. All right, you guys ready? This is how good I am, by the way. I'm always ready. Fuck.
yeah,
Even
that
if
was
I'm
ready
all
on the
faded
dot.
as fuck, dude.
And always humble.
And
Here
modest.
Oh man, I miss you last now.
I am sensitive mug, and you're
Hey, let's take a shot to this, guys. Let's take a shot to this. Let's take a shot now. All right, here we go.
I am sensitive mug.
I will not take a shot to
Call me an asshole when you attack my radio persona. It makes me feel so all alone. I am sensitive mug. That's outrageous. It's not awesome. Yeah.
Oh man, that's so great.
Props to the great
Indigo.
Ralph Garman.
Yeah, for sure.
Production by Omar, voiced by Ralph Garman.
Yep.
I guess I'll take a shot to that. It's my last one, though, to be honest.
I forget the question.
Wow, this is really petering out. This is not going good.
What are we doing?
What are we doing? We're talking to associate producer Christine.
Christine.
Yes.
This is not petering out, by the way, Dave. What the fuck are you talking about?
You were going.
Dave's an asshole.
Thank you. Thank you, whoever said that. Thank you.
Yep.
Christine.
Dave said
Christine.
something stupid. Drink.
Oh man, we need a drink.
Hey, Denise sees her cousin. That's interesting.
Can I talk to Christine for a bit?
No.
Is that okay?
Yes, call her.
I want to talk to Christine.
Call her on the phone.
No.
You have her phone
I
number?
think
Call her.
She was a huge part of the Kevin
It's
and
the
Bean.
Janksters we're here for, man.
Yes,
Fuck
I'm
up,
sure
Dave.
the Janksters want to hear Christine and what she's been.
We love Christine.
There
All
you
right,
go.
go ahead, Omar. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Thank you. Fucking Dave. Right, Christine? Are you the? Here's my first question for you, Christine. How glad are you not to work with that fucko Dave Sanchez?
I mean, you guys, our desks were about 7 feet away from each other
Yeah.
every single freaking day, starting at 5 a.m. I had to stare at that face. I mean, yeah. How do you think that felt every day? How do you think that felt?
Yeah, fucking neck beard and all.
But Dave and I were friends long before I worked on the show, and we're still, Dave and I probably text like every day. So like, we're not like things have changed that much, but not getting up at 5 a.m. is pretty rad. Sorry, Omar.
Yeah. Hey, how dare you? Yeah. How are you doing during this whole pandemic times? Are you dealing okay? Or it's been tough on everybody, but there's a level of dealing. Like I know people who are like, kind of actually succeeding during the pandemic. And I know people that are just like, oh my God, I worry about them, how are you?
I'm doing okay. I think it's rough for everybody. I have been working on a TV show since I left,
cool.
A few months ago. I actually ended up staying at the station for a few months longer than the rest of the crew, working for some other podcasts and some other shows they were doing. And so when I finally left,
Because you know what, Christine, Intercom sees value in talent, so they held on to you for a little bit more, and they let the fucking schlub go because he was just a fucking asshole. Am I right?
Right. Yeah, absolutely right.
I would agree with that.
Don't talk about Kevin that way.
Whoa! Kylie.
It's Kelly.
Yeah.
Fucker.
Oh, you fucker.
Drink, you just said her name wrong.
Yes.
It's Hakamuguligalige.
I've honestly had someone call me Kalika Lika.
Kalika. That's a good
Yes.
one.
Continue,
That's
Christine.
the worst.
Oh, and I think the cool thing is like most of us, that stuff that, all the friends stuff between everybody, it's real. Like we've all known each other for so long.
Yeah.
And so, I still text with you guys and every once in a while, we try as we'd had a little get together that Omar skipped out on last fall, which I'm sure we'll do another one soon. But
Yeah, for
you guys
sure.
are like my family, like Kev Dog and Bean and I were texting the other day. So we still, I think all just kind of are in each other's lives, even though we don't see each other. So it's not like things are, not like we've just disappeared from each other's lives,
No, for sure.
And awesome that I get to see these guys' faces and then Kevin and Mike on YouTube on my little playlist. Just all of a sudden I'll be like doing dishes or cooking and I'll hear one of these guys' voices pop up and it's awesome. So, get Janky Town on YouTube. It's the best.
That is
Hey,
the
Muggs,
weirdest thing.
if you were still doing Cheers with Beer Mug, what question would you have for Christine?
Christine, what is the most responsible thing you spent your unemployment check on?
Rent. Well, it's the only thing I spent my unemployment check on.
Question. Wow.
And that's like the most boring question ever.
Because, I'll tell you why I asked it, because I know if I asked what's the most irresponsible thing, there would have been nothing, because Christine is the most responsible person. Oh, okay, Jameson. Well, that's your
Thank you,
fuel.
Christine.
That's your
Thank
fuel.
you.
Thank
you. That's what Christine's
That
my
is
girl
your
right
coping
there.
mechanism.
Love it. Love
Quarantine
it.
time,
By the
there
way,
are
Christine
no
can drink
rules.
more than probably most of us, which is
She's a whiskey. She's a
scary.
whiskey.
And by the way,
connoisseur.
yeah, like the Jameson stuff is like, lightweight stuff for her. She gets fancy with her whiskey.
Wait. All right, man. Well,
hey, don't all right, man, me, fucker.
This is the part of the Cheers of Beer Mug where Omar gets angry.
Hey. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
No one give him an air horn.
Oh yeah, please give me an air horn. Okay, what are we doing now, guys?
Angry Omar's the best.
Hey, honestly though, I want to. If you know we do get too drunk by the end to end this properly,
We're there, Mugs. We're there.
Want to thank everybody for hanging out. It's really cool to connect with everybody. And hopefully we could do this in person one day. And I apologize for my Cheers with Beer Mug questions. So I think I blew my load on the masturbation one because that was my best one, no pun intended. But I'll work on it. And I think I'm drunk now, so I'm rambling. And
we love all you guys for coming and hanging out. Let's put our drinks up really quick. And cheers to let's be honest, let's cheers to Kevin and Bean.
Yes.
Because they're the ones that started
them,
your shit. Yes.
Yes.
Right.
R.I.P. Kevin and Bean.
And
that was a fun ride, man. It was good times.
Thank you so much, and I hope you guys join us for the next one. And hopefully this will be first of many. And I think this is an appropriate song to take us out.
Oh shit! It stopped.